real-time team. So first demo is added support for Noexcept. Here we have added a property for operations called Noexcept, which specifies whether an operation can throw exceptions or not. So here I have a model where where I have a capsule called top and two operations. Here for an operation parse object, this property Noexcept only becomes enabled when declare exceptions is set. So when it's set, it becomes enabled, and the default value for this property is dynamic exceptions, which means there is no behavior when it is set to dynamic exceptions. It would just then it would check whether the property for the parameter is exception is set to true or not, and if it is set to true, then throw is appended. For the second operation, return object, we see that here declare exceptions when we set to true and we specify Noexcept as true. That would mean that this operation cannot throw any exceptions. Now if I just try and build it, just click. Here if I open top.h file, we see that Noexcept is appended with the return object signature. And a very important note here, Noexcept specifier can only be used with C++11 or greater, and at the same time, dynamic exceptions is deprecated for C++11 or lower. So here we get a warning that dynamic exception specification should not be used with C++17 or later. Also, another thing here, for Noexcept, if we specify an expression, for instance, false, then the operation signature would be appended with Noexcept brackets false, just the expression. So if I just clean build this again, you can see Noexcept false is generated. Yeah, and like if we use C++11 code standard and Noexcept specifier, then we would also get a warning. So if I just add this and I build it, okay, I have to pass it in the compile arguments. The places. Okay, if we specify code standard C++ 11 or lower and we are using no except specifier, a warning is displayed which says no except specifier should only be used with C++ 11 or later.